Odell Miller.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
What an honor it is to be here. Thanks for having me speak at your organization. It's always an honor to speak to a team or organization like this. So like he said, I started right where you guys are, actually, a long time ago it feels like. But I took what I learned here. I went to go play in high school. And then like he said, I played Division I football at Western Michigan University. And then I had the great opportunity to go try out for 2 NFL teams. So that all sounds good, doesn't it? But let me tell you guys some stories, and I'm going to tell you guys a little bit and teach you guys something today. So I want everyone to pay attention, all right? So how many of you guys have been told that you can do whatever you put your mind to? Raise your hand. Now raise your hand if you believe that. How many of you believe that? Okay. You guys are a lot further along than I was at your age. That's important. So a lot of people hear that I went to the NFL, I played college, I'm now a doctor of physical therapy student, but it wasn't always like that. So let me tell you a little story. So actually, I tried out for a team locally that a lot of you guys know. The name's not important, so I'm not going to say that. But I tried out for a basketball team. I got cut. And the best thing that ever happened to me was getting cut from that team. That sounds crazy, right? But it was the best thing that ever happened to me because let's call a spade a spade. I wasn't good enough, so that meant that I needed to go work harder. So that entire year, I went and I grinded. I worked out. I went to go get help from my coaches. I went to go get help from other people, watch videos. I worked on my game. That next year, doesn't sound that big, but I was like a fifth grader. I went back and I made the team the next year. But that created something in me today that I still have today. It created something deep in me, a passion, a desire. And it wasn't until that moment that I started to believe that I could really do whatever I put my mind to, just like some of you guys. Some of you guys are a lot further ahead than me. But how I was able to get there is what I'm going to tell you today. So if you guys have phones, pen, paper, I want you to write this down because this stuff is key right here. So I want you to ask yourself 3 questions. The first question is, how disciplined are you? Does anyone know what discipline means? No? So I'll give you 2 different definitions. So discipline to me means doing what you said you would do long after the feeling that you set it in is gone. Now, so that you guys can understand, discipline is doing things that you have to do or supposed to be doing even when you don't feel like doing it, including doing the dishes at home, making your bed at home, doing your homework, those type of things as well. But for sports, that means going to practice even when you don't feel like doing it. How many of you guys know like LeBron James, Kobe, raise your hand, Jordan, OBJ, all those guys? Do you ever think that they don't feel like doing stuff sometimes?
Yep.
You think they don't feel like going to practice sometimes? They just want to stay at home and play a video game and do nothing? Sit on Facebook, watch TikToks? Well, if they're sitting in front of you today, they would say the same exact thing that I'm saying, is that they don't always feel like going. But through discipline, that makes them go every day. And I have a bunch of friends in the NFL and other friends that play professional sports, and they get paid millions of dollars to do what they do. And they still don't feel like doing it sometimes, but through discipline, they keep doing it. Now, the second question is, how coachable are you? Anyone know what coachable means? So, being coachable, do you listen to your coaches, your football coaches?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, but do you listen to your parents?
Yeah.
Now, a big one, do you guys listen to your teachers at school?
Yes.
Good. Those things are super important. I hope you guys are all telling me the truth. So all 3 of those groups, including myself, we've been through a lot of different things that you guys wouldn't understand. We have a lot of experience. We have a lot of information that we're trying to give to you guys. They're not trying to harm you. So when they say no to certain things and you're like, why? You wouldn't understand. Just listen to your parents, coaches, and your teachers. Lastly, how serious are you taking your education? Just like they talked about, New Level was more than just sports. It's about education. The biggest thing is education, but sports get you guys in the doors. Sports got me into this door. Sports has been here speaking to you guys. But education got me to where I am today. I wouldn't be up here if it wasn't for education. Education is super, super important. I don't know if you can hear the tone of my voice or not, but it's very important. So education is important because like you need to get A's in school. That's not what it's about. I didn't get all A's growing up, and I'm becoming a doctor right now, and I didn't get all A's growing up. I got B's, but what education does for you, it teaches you how to learn. Learning is one of the best characteristics that you young men, young ladies, football players, cheerleaders can have in your development. Learning how to learn, because guess what? You guys have to learn a bunch of football plays, don't you?
Yes.
A bunch of cheerleaders. Oh man, I couldn't do what you guys do. You have to learn a bunch of plays and stunts. You football guys think you're tough? Try to go be a cheerleader. They're tough. They have to do a lot of stunts, cheers. So watch out. But yeah, so you have to learn all the time. So it's about that. It's about learning. We have to learn those plays. And then studying for your homework, studying for your test, it just creates something in you that will teach you what you need to know for the rest of your life. I can speak to you guys about self-development all day, trust me. But so I left a little time for some questions as well. But so, like you said, right now I'm studying to become a doctor of physical therapy. Do you guys know that you can become doctors? Who knows that? Raise your hand. Did you know you can become a lawyer, a business owner, a CEO, a head of chief of the police? You can be the president. Do you guys really believe that though? A lot of you said at the beginning that you know you can do whatever you put your mind to. But do you truly believe that? Yeah. Because you can. And let me tell you something, because there's a lot of African Americans here. I'm the only African American in my program. Get my doctorate. We need to change that. And it starts with you guys. Everyone here can be a doctor. Everyone here can be a lawyer. Why not? Why not do that? Everyone wants to go to the NFL and do what I've done that as well. There's enough of us in the NFL. Become a doctor, become a lawyer. Because even if you do go to the NFL or whatever you want to do, become a basketball player, NBA, guess what? When you retire at 30, what are you going to do for 80 years? You need something. And then you can come back and speak at New Level like I am. But like I said, I could talk to you guys all day about self-development. This would not be my last time here, but that's what I have for you guys today. Just remember those 3 keys. How disciplined are you? How coachable are you? How serious are you taking your education? I want you guys to leave with those 3 simple things. And I have a couple minutes left, if it's okay that they can ask a couple questions. So, yeah. Thanks for having me, and I'll open the floor up for a couple questions. You can ask whatever you want. You in the back, I see you.
What position did you play?
I played tight end in college, and I played offensive line in the NFL. Anyone else? Don't be shy.
Football team was you?
I went to the now Washington football team and the Cleveland Browns. Back there?
Real cold out there with a mistake on the lake, huh?
You said it's what?
I said it was cold down there with a mistake on the lake, huh?
Oh, yeah. I appreciate it. I really appreciate it. You? I was 38 in college, and honestly, I wasn't there long enough. I don't remember my NFL number, to be honest. I had different numbers. Right here. I went to Western Michigan, right down the street. I know that they have a lot of stuff set up for you guys, like when you go to Central or Lakeview, they have a lot of stuff set up for you guys to go right to Western Michigan. I want everybody in the room to go to college. Raise your hand if you want to go to college. Sweet. That makes me so happy. Raise your hand if you want to become a doctor or a lawyer or something like that. Sweet. That makes me so happy. All right, I got a couple more questions, and then we got to get out of here so that you can get your awards and finish watching the game. Why didn't I accept it? I did accept it, so I tried out for the 2 teams, and I was doing that, and then I also, while I was trying out for the 2 teams, I submitted an application for school to get my doctorate, and then I got accepted, and then I stopped that. I was probably around your guys' age. Yeah, maybe a little older. So, yeah, I wasn't always the most athletic, but I did work hard. Last question. College? I went to Western Michigan University. Oh, in high school? So I went to Gull Lake High School, which is down the street. Then I went to Springfield Middle School. All right, absolutely last one, because you guys got to go. In a red jacket.
What team did you play for basketball?
Basketball? Where? I played in high school. You mean the team that I got cut from? That's not important. just know that it created something in me. All right, I really appreciate you guys for having me, New Level. This is honestly an honor. This will not be my last time here. And you guys can ask questions later if you see me. So yeah, thank you guys.
Another round of applause. As a New Level kid,